Think international travel is expensive? Think again. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I explored 3 countries in just 1 week, on a budget of under $300. From cheap flights to smart stays and food hacks, I'm breaking it all down step by step. If you're ready to travel more for less, hit like and subscribe for real tips that make budget travel possible. 1. Choosing budget-friendly countries. The key to traveling 3 countries on a $300 budget starts with picking affordable destinations. I chose Hungary, Slovakia, and Poland, all in Central Europe, where costs for food, lodging, and transit are much lower than in Western Europe. Daily expenses in these countries can range from $20 to $40, especially if you're staying in hostels, using public transit, and eating locally. These countries are also well connected by cheap buses and trains. Budapest, Bratislava, and Krakow are cities rich in culture, history, and beauty, without the Western European price tag. Traveling off-season in spring helped lower costs even more. 2. Scoring a cheap flight. My trip started in Budapest, so I booked a budget airline flight from London to Budapest for just $32, flying midweek in the low season, early March. I used fare comparison sites like Skyscanner and Google Flights, but the real trick was searching in incognito mode and being flexible with dates. I booked about 6 weeks in advance and flew with Ryanair with only a small personal item. No checked luggage or upgrades. Many budget airlines in Europe have ultra-low fares if you're minimalist and know how to pack light. By skipping seat selection and printing my boarding pass in advance, I avoided extra fees. 3. Staying in hostels and guesthouses. Accommodation is often the biggest travel expense, but I kept it low by booking hostels and local guesthouses, averaging $13 to $17 per night. In Budapest, I stayed at a central hostel with a kitchen and free walking tours. In Bratislava, I found a cozy guesthouse run by a family for $15. In Krakow, a dorm-style hostel cost just $14 per night, with breakfast included. I used Hostelworld and Booking.com filters to find cheap, well-rated stays. What made this budget stretch further was choosing places with kitchen access, allowing me to cook basic meals. Hostels also provided free Wi-Fi, maps, lockers, and great local advice. 4. Using budget bus and train travel. Traveling between cities cost me less than $35 total, thanks to Europe's cheap regional bus lines and trains. I used Flixbus to go from Budapest to Bratislava for $8, and then from Bratislava to Krakow for $12. Each ride was around 4 to 6 hours and included free Wi-Fi and power outlets. Buying tickets in advance online saved money, and overnight or early morning buses were even cheaper. Within cities, I relied on public transit like metro, trams, and buses, often with day passes for $3 to $5. In Krakow, I even walked most places since the city is compact. These countries have efficient and affordable intercity transportation, perfect for backpackers. The key was traveling light and avoiding taxes or last-minute tickets. 5. Eating like a local. I kept food costs around $8 to $10 a day by eating local. In Budapest, I had goulash and langos from market stalls for just $3. In Bratislava, traditional dishes like haluski, potato dumplings with cheese, cost around $5 in small local eateries. Krakow's milk bars, cheap government-subsidized cafes, served full meals with soup, meat, and a drink for less than $6. I avoided restaurants in touristy areas and asked locals where they ate. Also, many hostels provided basic breakfasts, toast, coffee, cereal, so I never skipped a morning meal. I also stocked up on snacks from supermarkets, fruit, yogurt, bread, instant noodles, and cooked simple meals in hostel kitchens. 6. Free and cheap activities. I didn't spend much on sightseeing because most of the best activities were free or extremely cheap. In Budapest, I explored thermal baths, entry tilled $8, walked the Chain Bridge, and hiked Gellert Hill for city views. Bratislava had free walking tours, panoramic castle views, and riverside walks. Krakow's historic Old Town, Wall Castle Courtyard, and Jewish Quarter can all be enjoyed without paying an entry fee. Many museums had student or weekday discounts, and I found hidden art galleries and local churches with free concerts. I also joined hostel-organized pub crawls and game nights, which were fun and usually free to attend. 7. Packing light and smart. To avoid luggage fees and move easily between cities, I traveled with just a small backpack under the free carry-on size limit. I packed 5 mix-and-match outfits, a travel towel, and compact toiletries. A reusable water bottle and tote bag helped reduce costs and waste. I used hostel laundry facilities halfway through the trip for $3. Packing light meant no waiting for checked luggage or paying extra on budget airlines and buses. I also packed snacks, a power bank, and a printed copy of my travel insurance, all of which saved time and stress. By dressing in layers, I managed unpredictable March weather with a single hoodie and light rain jacket. 8. Using travel passes and discounts. I saved a lot by researching local discount passes. In Budapest, I bought a 24-hour public transport pass for $5 and got into multiple attractions at a discount. In Krakow, the city offers a Krakow card that includes public transit and museum entries, but I opted for a weekend transit pass for just $6, which was more than enough. I also used my ISIC student card for reduced museum prices. Even without that, many places offer youth or weekday discounts. Walking tours were often donation-based, and I tipped $3, $5 depending on quality. Free maps from hostels included discount coupons for food and activities. Doing this small amount of research before each city saved me about $25 across the trip. 9. Avoiding tourist traps. One of the biggest budget killers is falling into tourist traps. Overpriced restaurants, fake local experiences, and souvenir shops. I avoided these by eating where locals eat, skipping expensive attractions with poor reviews, and asking hostel staff or locals for recommendations. I didn't pay for gondola-style boat rides, tacky museums, or themed restaurants. Instead, I focused on places with cultural value and local significance. In Krakow, instead of paying for a guided tour of the Jewish quarter, I used a self-guided app, free, and had a more personal experience. I bought handmade local crafts from markets instead of gift shops. I also skipped taxes, airport transfers, and booking sites with high service fees. Just staying alert and using common sense saved me probably $50, $60. Avoiding tourist traps doesn't mean skipping out on fun. It means being intentional with your money, which keeps the experience genuine and affordable. 10. Mindset. Flexibility over perfection. One of the most powerful tools I had during this trip wasn't money. It was a flexible mindset. When you travel on a tight budget, things won't always go as planned. A bus might be late, a hostel might not look like the pictures, or it might rain the day you plan to explore. Instead of getting frustrated, I stayed adaptable. I shifted activities, joined fellow travelers on spontaneous plans, and embraced free alternatives when paid ones weren't worth it. Flexibility also meant being open to off-the-beaten-path neighborhoods, trying unfamiliar dishes, or adjusting sleep schedules to catch cheap transportation. Budget travel is about maximizing experience per dollar, not creating a flawless Instagram reel. 3 countries, 1 week, and all under $300. Proof that adventure doesn't have to be expensive. Got questions or your own travel hacks? Drop them in the comments. And if this inspired you to book your next budget-friendly trip, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more practical guides, affordable itineraries, and smart travel moves.